but I'd be too busy on working days. So I am relieved that the turbulence wasn't forecasted.
Osamu Dazai. Birth born on June 19, 1909, in Kanagi Village, Aomori Prefecture. Now part of Goshoguwara City. His real name was Shuji Tsushima. Education, he attended the French Literature Department at Tokyo Imperial University but dropped out. Literary debut, made his literary debut in 1933 with the short story, Gyako. Major works left behind many famous works, including No Longer Human, Run, Mellows, and The Setting Sun. Personal life, had complex romantic relationships and married 3 times. In his life, health issues, struggled with mental health issues, and experienced several suicide attempts. Political involvement, was involved in leftist movements in his youth, but later distanced himself. Death, found dead from drowning in the Tamagawa Aqueduct in Tokyo on June 13, 1948. His death was ruled a suicide. Legacy, his works continue to be highly regarded posthumously, and hold an important place in Japanese literature. Osamu Dazai's life deeply reflected in his works, and his writings remain beloved by many readers to this day.
Tell me, Dazai, why is it you wish to die?
Let's turn that question around. Is there really any value to this thing we call living?
Hey, I will be reading aloud from this book here. Page 21. Oh, it's been a life of much shame. I can't even guess.
Should you read No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai? So No Longer Human is a semi-autobiographical dark psychology. The book follows a young man in 1930s Japan. The young man's name is Yosano. He is trying to cope with the dark realities of the world and everything that's being presented to him in the worst ways possible. In my view, the book
No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai probably inspired every depressing manga you've ever read. Despite being published in 1948, the tragic life of Obayozo and his futile efforts to connect with humanity is simply timeless. Whether you're a drug-addicted communist author from the 1930s, look it up, or a fujoshi surfing around TikTok who only knows about this novel thanks to Bungo Stray Dogs, No Longer Human touches upon those sick and twisted feelings within our souls that we never showed the rest of the world. While reading No Longer Human, I couldn't help but see the similarities it had to some of my favorite manga, particularly Oyasumi Punpun. Think about it, both Oba and Punpun are college dropouts who fail to pursue their creative careers. They both have trouble understanding other human beings, and hell, they both somehow manage to keep attracting strange women who inexplicably feel sorry for them. Most importantly, both their lives fall apart thanks to the abuse they suffered and their own selfish nature. Through this lens, it's easy to see why Punpun sees himself as a bird. Just like Oba, Punpun was no longer human.
You may not like it, but you better learn how. 'Cause it's your turn now. Now you start. You wanna talk about sex, but you're not allowed. You wanna give it a go. Gitchy, yeah, yeah,
Last year, nothing happened. The year before, nothing happened. And the year before that, nothing happened. I am afraid because I can so clearly see my own life rotting away of itself, like a leaf that rots without falling, while I pursue my round of existence from day to day. I have no desire for others to take it on themselves to analyze my thoughts. I am without thoughts. I have never, not even once, acted on the basis of any doctrine or philosophy. I am convinced that those people whom the world considers good and respects are all liars and fakes. I do not trust the world. In our lives we know joy, anger, sorrow, and 100 other emotions. But these emotions altogether occupy a bare 1% of our time. The remaining 99% is just living and waiting. In the present world, the most beautiful thing is a victim. Addiction is perhaps a sickness of the spirit.
And get you a pizza, okay? Does he have a major fetish? No, his major fetish is a minor fetish. So what's the fetish? I told you, a minor fetish. I know it's a minor fetish. What's the fetish for? Minors. Like guys that did coke. Oh, those minors. So shitty baseball players? What? No. Then what's the fetish? He's into girls under the age of 18. Oh, that's not good.
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Come, let's mix where Rockefellers walk with sticks or umbrellas in the mix. But not really.
Decide to go to it. Will I see the end? Oh, don't you find it strange? Only thing we share is
Giving it power and kissing it. Washington isn't gonna listen to discipline dissidents. This is the difference. This kid is out.